Natro Macro is probably one of the most powerful apps that can help you improve significantly in Beestorm Simulator. And in this video, I'll be showing you guys how you can safely download and become a master of Natro by the end of this video. To download Natro Macro, just click on the link in my description or search up Natro Macro and click on this Discord invite link. Once you've clicked on it, it should take you into the Discord server for Natro Macro, and over here you want to verify with this bot, Blockslink Pro. And after you verify, instead of visiting the Natro tutorial channel, I want you to go click on the Natro Macro channel. Once you've clicked on it, make sure you scrolled all the way down and you can see the latest release. As of recording this video, it's v1.0.0.2. So just click on direct download, and if I click on download here, it will say potential dangerous download. Don't worry, this isn't dangerous. Discord just says this whenever you download something from a server. So just click continue to download and Google should open back up and you will see the download progress up here. Once you've downloaded it, just click on this button or just click on it to open it, and then you should extract your zip file. If you don't know how to or just forgot, just download WinRAR. It's a free software that allows you to extract files quickly. So just click on it, extract to. I'll just put it in downloads because that's a pretty easy file. And here we go. Now I'm inside of downloads, Natro Macro folder, and inside of here you will see the start.bat file. I want you to double click on it and it should open up this app. Now that you've downloaded the Natro Macro, I'll be showing you guys every single step to master the macro. To start us off, I'm actually going to go onto the settings page first, but not this settings. I am going to go onto the Windows settings. So just click Ctrl Q, search up settings, and the reason why we're going inside of here is because we want to check if our display scale is set to 100. So if you want to change it or if you're unsure what it is right now, just go onto Windows settings, under system, click on display, scroll down, and under scale and layout it should show you your display scale. So if I click on it, there's like a lot of different scales here. You should use the 100% or else this macro won't work. Coming back to our Natro Macro, we are going to start on settings as well, because over here is basically the starting to everything here. GUI theme is how you want this Natro to look like. Yeah, this does not look that good, so I'm just gonna use the default, which is all the way in the middle, MacLion 3, there we go. Yeah, much better. So the default is what I use. This is where you can change it. Transparency, it just makes your app transparent so you can see your game in the background. Always on top is what I use so I can move around and letting you guys still watch the screen over here. But typically when you're macroing, you don't want to check this so it doesn't cover the screen. Hive slot, it counts from 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If this is a bit confusing, the one closest to the red cannon over here, so this hive, my hive right now, is the number 1 hive. So if I am going to be macroing in this server, I would set my hive to 1, and then it works our way down from 1, 2, 3, so on, and the last one, which is the closest one to the noob shop, is the 6th hive. And then we have the my hive has something bees. This one, it basically doesn't really matter if you have over 35 bees. It does help the macro with like locating wherever your hive is if you have the amount of bees, but the reason this is there is so the macro can like tell if it should go through the 35 bee zone in order to maybe like do the coconut crab, wind shrine, or whatever is here, like the memory match over there. And then I usually wait 5 seconds after converting, because when I come over here to convert, the bees do take like 2 seconds to spin around in their hive, and then maybe I'll like freeze or lag or something, so just taking some precautions. But coming back to here, we're gonna move on to the reconnect category, where under private server link is where you're going to put your private server link. Pretty straightforward, right? Join method, I use browser, so it will open up your internet search engine, which I use Chrome, so it will open up Chrome with this link and it should automatically join the private server. And if for whatever reason the private server doesn't work, I have checked up fallback to private server, which allows the macro to automatically fall back into a public server if my private server is not working. For this movement speed, you want to not have any like buffs like my haste over here. So what you want to do is go into system inside of the game. I'm just gonna run around so I don't get the haste, but you don't want to have anything that gives you haste like the bear morph or the haste tokens. So I'm just gonna fly over here so I don't get anything, and once you scroll down here under system, you will see move speed, and as you can see it's 37.7 right now because I have haste. So this is without any buffs as it should be, and you want to come back to the Natro Macro here and put your movement speed as 29. Keep keep on movement correction in case you get like haste tokens or somewhat. Movement method, I use the cannon because it is the fastest, faster than walking, way faster than walking, so I just keep that as cannon. Sprinkler type is whatever sprinkler you have. As you can see, if you just click number 1 or just the sprinkler, you will get your sprinkler. This is the Supreme Saturator, if you didn't know or just wanted to know, there you go. And converting balloon, as a blue hive, I need to keep my balloon blessing up, and I can't risk putting it at like 30 minutes or 50 minutes, so I just put it as always. Don't want to use the disable tool use because obviously the tool does give you some kind of pollen, and especially if you have the in-game tools, they do give you a lot of buffs. And yeah, coming back to here, we're going to move back to gather tab. I know there is a lot of stuff here, but don't worry because I'll guide you through everything and making you a master at this. So under gathering field, we're going to be choosing whatever field you want to grind in. Now as a blue hive, I do choose pine tree over here because blue is the pine tree field. And why I think this is useful after the new stickers update is because most of the stickers, not most, some of the stickers, if we look at the one, where is it, bubble one, yeah, the tool stickers, yeah, these ones and along with other stickers give you a higher chance of getting the sticker in certain fields. So if I did want to get the bubble one for the Bucko Beesmas quest, I would want to grind in strawberry field, so I'm gonna set this, click on it, and choose the strawberry field. And under there you will see the drift comp. It's the drift compensation feature, which allows you to not fly off the field if you're mistakenly have 10 times haste. So I should have told this earlier, but it only works for the Supreme Saturator, so if you don't have it, just keep it off. Basically what this will do is once you're grinding like this, your macro, after one cycle of the pattern that you do, it will go back and find wherever your Supreme Saturator is. So if it's like all the way over here because of haste, it will find its way back to the Supreme Saturator where you last placed it. And then for the pattern, you can test out multiple patterns if you want, but ELOL is the most basic and I guess the most popular one. Yeah, as a blue, I do use ELOL and it's pretty awesome, I guess. For the length, you can also test this out depending on how big your field is. Like if you're in stump field, you obviously don't want to have it too big if you don't want to risk flying out. Gather with shift lock, rotation, camera, everything here should be all straightforward. Gather with shift lock, it just gathers with shift lock. And the until section, here you can set the duration of how long your macro will farm for in that field. And maybe if you're grinding a sticker in a field, you might want to set this to 9,999 minutes. And it will just infinitely farm there until you get the sticker, or unless your backpack is at 100%, and this is what this slider is. So whenever my backpack's full, it will automatically come back into my hive and convert it. And the process of coming back, I do walk so I can get that extra few billions of honey. Reset is not that good because it loses all of your honey pollen in the backpack, so yeah, I just use walk. Sprinkler is where the sprinkler will be located. So if you look at the coconut field right now, I've placed it in the center with the whatever this is called distance set to 1. Moving on to the collect and kill tab. Here you can set your macro to get tickets, Mondo, and all of these good stuff. Mondo is at the mountaintop fields, which spawns every hour, not too sure, but here you can get the buff, and 120 seconds, you can set this to whatever you want. It'll basically just stand right over here, and a bit closer probably, right here. It'll stay here for 120 seconds, and hopefully your bees will attack it a bit so you get the Mondo blessing. Moving on to kill here, there's a very, very useful feature called the bug run, which automatically runs around the fields, killing whatever bugs you have selected. It can also loot it, which is pretty cool. Sting is up here. You can kill the vicious bee or kill the vicious bee, but only with the daily bonus. Bosses, you can macro bosses if you're gone on a long holiday or something. Here you can set what field boost you want to turn on. So if you're a mixed hive, or just if you just want this on, you can select this to red, blue, mountain, and it will turn on every single field boost before you gather. And then the hotbar slots 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The reason why there isn't 1 is because the macro wants you to put your sprinkler into hotbar slot 1. So the only thing I use is a blue extract, as you can see on number 7, because my blue extracts are placed in the 7th hotbar. Wind Shrine, I don't know why you would use this. It's kind of a waste of material unless you're donating basic eggs. Stickers here, you can put in the sticker stack or the sticker printer. I use the sticker printer to put in basic eggs because basic eggs are pretty cheap and I can just infinitely do it and probably get some bad stickers, but whatever. At least I have a chance of getting something useful for my quests. Moving on to quests over here, we have a lot, not that many, but the most important quests over here, the NPCs. The polar bear, obviously, it's very important for every single hive color because it gives you the polar power, which gives you the max B energy. Always keep this on, but without allow gather interrupt. Keeping this on won't affect your honey making per hour, maybe by a few million, but not that much. Black bear, brown bear, bucker bee, riley bee, honeybee will only be turned on if you need to get 250 of them to get the tide popper or the dark scythe, or you just need it to get some quests done like the black bear to the mythic egg. And the planters, you want to keep this as the planters plus because this is what we're going to be using throughout this tutorial. So this is the layout I use as a blue hive, and you can set this to whatever hive you want. I'm pretty sure there's a tutorial out there showing what hive colors use what nectar priorities and minimum percentage. Yeah, I'm pretty late into the game and I don't have the heat treated nor the hydroponic or any other end game planters, which is pretty embarrassing, but I do have these planters, so this is my nectar priority as a blue hive. You want to harvest every 2 hours because that is like kind of the sweet spot, I guess you want to call it. Never use full grown or auto because they do have some weird stuff. It collects like every 16 hours and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty weird, but you also want to experiment with whatever fields you want to allow, and this is for the blue hives out there if you want to copy mine. And obviously you want to gather the planter loot because it does give a lot of materials. I've only been looking at the bitterberry, but I have like 18,000 already. And then if you click the show timers button here or F5, it will show what planters are in what field and how long they have until they should be harvested. And moving on to the status tab here, there's a lot of complicated stuff here, but there is a very useful Discord integration feature which summarizes and gives you a visual, I guess, tutorial on what it is, like statistics on what's going on, analytics. So I'm just gonna pull up my Discord here and show you my Discord server with the bot that I've macroed with. I have macroed for the past hour to show you guys this. But yeah, with this integration feature on, it will send you screenshots every time, whatever you choose. Like, I have screenshots for all of these. I disabled daily honey leaderboard because I don't really care about that. But as you can see, since I have the converting balloon screenshot ticked, it will send me a screenshot every time I convert my balloon. And every hour, it sends you a summary of what you have done so far on the past hour. As you can see, hourly report. And this image is really cool, and there's a lot of people asking how you get this in the Beeswarm Simulator Discord server. As you can see, it shows me cool graphs, how much honey I've earned in the past hour, how much honey I make per average, and how much honey I've made in this session of macroing. And your nectar percentage, what planters are currently in the fields right now, and how many of these you have done. Yeah, so if you want this, you want to first go ahead and create a Discord server right over here, create my own, and then once you've created that, go over to the name of your Discord server, and then click on server settings, then come over to integrations, and create a webhook. But before you create that, I guess you gotta click on this, then click on new webhook, and you can name it whatever you want down here. But before you do that, you want to click copy webhook URL, then click on change Discord settings inside of Natro, and then paste it into the webhook URL. Make sure you have this enabled because otherwise it won't work. And yeah, there is a lot of cool stuff on the MISC category over here with the hive tools, calculators, a lot of cool tools here. And I guess that is all for this video. If this helped you out, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to my channel, and check out this video on screen because YouTube thinks you'll love it. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.